Our top focus on world DNA. Canada and Mexico are on edge as US President Donald Trump is set to slap a 25% tariff on imports from both the countries. The deadline being Saturday. Trump says he wants stronger action to stop illegal immigration and the flow of fentanyl into the US. Trump has also threatened a 10% duty for Chinese goods on the same day. Similarly, over the drug as well. Well, there were hopes that Trump's tariff threats were a negotiating strategy. But White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt has reaffirmed that tariffs against the three U.S. trading partners will be imposed on Saturday. She said these are promises made and promises kept by the president. Beyond the three countries, Trump has said that tariffs on chips, oil and gas could arrive around 18th of February without specifying which countries he would target. He has also vowed to impose higher duties on steel and eventually copper imports.
The European Union charges us 20% plus a VAT tax, called a VAT tax, very similar, and it costs us an absolute fortune. We are treated so badly. They don't take our cars. They don't take our farm products, essentially. They don't take almost anything. And we have a tremendous deficit with the European Union. So we'll be doing something very substantial with the European Union. We're going to bring the level up to where it should be. And if you think of the European Union, then you go to NATO. It's largely the same group of countries.
As he prepares to slap levies on China, Mexico and Canada, Trump has now said that he is absolutely going to impose tariffs on the European Union as well in the future. He added that the bloc has treated the U.S. terribly. But the White House has said that Trump has not made up his mind about a timeline for implementing tariffs against the EU. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has called this a critical moment and vowed an immediate and forceful response if tariffs go into effect. He warned Canadians to prepare for tough times as 75% of the country's exports go to the U.S.
As President Trump stated yesterday, he is still committed to placing tariffs on Canada starting as early as tomorrow, possibly. Now, we don't know precisely what that could look like, but I do know two things. First, if the president does choose to implement any tariffs against Canada, we're ready with a response, a purposeful, forceful, but reasonable, immediate response.
Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum is taking a more measured approach, saying her government will wait with a cool head but opposes the tariffs, warning they will hurt both the economies and drive up prices for U.S. consumers.
Vamos a esperar, como siempre he dicho, con la cabeza.
Let's wait with a cool head, as I've always said, and make decisions. We're ready, and we will continue this dialogue. Today, the Secretary of Economy is here because it's important to remember the implications tariffs could have for the economy of the United States, for the commercial treaty of the three countries, for the three countries, for our people, but in particular for the economy of the United States.
Pero en particular para la economía de los Estados.
North America's economies are deeply linked through trade deals like NAFTA and its successor, the United States-Mexico-Canada agreement. But with Trump's deadline just hours away, uncertainty and tensions are running high. Amid the anticipation, U.S. stocks erased early gains to close lower on Friday. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed down 0.8%, while S&P 500 finished 0.5% lower, and the Nasdaq Composite fell 0.3%. While Trump has acknowledged that the tariffs may cause a short-term disruption, he has said that he is not concerned about the reaction of financial markets to his plans. For more on this, our correspondent Susan Tarania sent us this report.
President Donald Trump has announced plans to impose tariffs on oil and gas imports around February 18th, with a reduced rate of 10% specifically for Canadian crude oil. The U.S. imports approximately 4 million barrels of oil daily from Canada, primarily processed by refineries in the Midwest. Analysts warn that such tariffs could disrupt production on the one hand and lead to increased fuel costs for consumers on the other. Donald Trump did not specify exactly which countries would be affected by the new tariffs or provide further details. In addition, President Trump announced that starting Saturday, February 1st, he will impose a 25% tariff on imports from Canada and Mexico and a 10% tariff on goods from China. Susan Terfani reporting from New York for WION World is One.